What's going on? Welcome to Asian Cosell. So I got one by mojiverse. Yeah, is dating in Korea toxic? So we're gonna go to street interviews and let's get into this.
Of course, they see in those Hollywood movies that white girls just go have after like first meeting, and they think every white girl is like that.
Hi, it's Julia. Along with K-pop and K-drama, something that has become really popular is also dating Koreans. But what is it really like? Is it like in K-dramas? Let's go ask people about their experiences dating Koreans. What are your names and where are you from?
My name is Daniela, and I'm from Brazil.
My name is Tae. I'm Korean.
Are you guys dating?
Yeah, we have been together for 2 years.
2 years. Wow, how is it going?
Pretty good.
And we are living together here in Seoul.
Yeah.
So
How did you guys meet?
Tinder.
So maybe you guys are proof that you can find love on Tinder.
Yeah, I think so. It's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
hard after a lot of dates.
Before you guys met, did you meet with other Korean men?
Yeah, I had other dates, but nothing going too far because it's too bad. A lot of bad experience. Only first dates.
How would you say Korean men are?
Oh,
boys.
Did
yeah.
he answer right?
Yeah. That's true.
Okay.
Especially on Tinder. Yeah.
Especially people who look for only foreigners.
Of course.
Is she your first like foreigner person you meet?
Yeah, for me, she's the only foreigner in my life.
That's a green flag, girl.
I hope I'm
Period.
not only the only foreigner, but the only girl in your life, right?
My name is Ira. I'm from Moscow.
Do you have any experience dating in Korea?
Yes.
Would you say it's a good or bad experience?
We have both. Have you heard about Korean ghosting? Like how they just
Yeah.
disappear? So we had this experience too, but we also have a good experience too.
Where did you meet?
The bad experience on Tinder.
So you don't recommend Tinder?
Aliona?
Yes, I recommend.
I have good
experience. I'm Julia, and I'm from Poland.
Yeah, and you Tinder, it's usually more like a hooking up app. So yeah, I can see why they'll be like, yeah, just meet in person.
Do you have any dating experience in Korea?
I just met a guy like 1 week after I came here. Broke up.
Oh shit! Is it the same like in the K dramas?
No, it's not.
What do you think is different?
The guy's mindset, I think. He treated me very well at first, but then he turned completely different.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
And he also promised me so many things, and he actually didn't do that.
My name is Brant. I am from the U.S.
Do you have any dating experience here in Korea?
Yeah, some.
How was it? Was it a good or bad experience?
It's actually very flattering. They're all like way too nice, in my opinion. I actually went out with these Koreans the other night, and they're like so nice, so gushing. Wouldn't let me pay for anything. They kept like telling me how nice and smart and stuff I am, and like part of like a strategy experience.
Yeah, going back to that
My
guy
name is
from the
Kasim.
U.S. Yeah. Basically, in the U.S., we'll be just average guys. Here in Korea, you're young, you're tall. That's what probably the appeal is, and you're exotic. So that's what it is.
I'm from Paris.
Have you ever dated Korean?
Yeah, once.
How was it?
The date was nice, but after the girls was like ghosting us. But me, I don't know why, but Korean girls were just ghosting us.
Ghosting is a thing here in.
Yeah, that's right. But that's what not dating anymore here.
Let's talk about the ghosting part. Is it a common thing among Korean guys?
I heard that it's quite a common thing. In my culture, there's almost
Yeah, that's actually now a common thing around the world. Just if a chick doesn't want to hang with the guy, or the guy doesn't want to be with the girl, that's just what they do. Ghost.
never such thing when a person can just disappear and stop replying your messages.
What do you think about ghosting in Korea?
Oh, it's very common. I've experienced that too. It's so common. Like the guys, even after a hi, they ghost you,
I agree 100% with you on that.
or they ghost you for like 3 days and just
A lot to me because in while chatting I was showing no sexual intercourse and they just ghosted me. Yes, there is a culture of ghosting.
What do you think about the dating culture in Korea?
It's a little bit. It's not too deep. The dating here. In Brazil, it's too deep. So I feel like here it's not. The conversations doesn't go too deep in life and everything.
What do you think about Korean dating culture?
She likes dating culture here more. Here are more caring, feel one. They make you feel appreciated. They give you gifts. Yeah, so and no, it's not just about gifts, right? It's about just the attitude.
What do you think about the dating culture in Korea?
I think it's more about showing stuff and it's not real. Korean is more about showing that they are together, but it's not real things.
What do you think about the dating culture in Korea?
Korean specifically, it seems like there's a lot of couples here. Everybody's always talking about the couples and whatnot. This girl was telling me that she thinks that Korean men are like too flirty or something. So the women are definitely like the pursuers, I think, going after foreigners and so.
What do you think about the dating
Huh?
culture here in Korea?
It's kind of really weird because all my friends that are dating people from
Yeah, going back to that guy, they're pursuing you because you're 6 feet tall. Just know that, and you're exotic. Remember, if you're exotic, you're gonna be approached. Now, if you just look like another Korean dude, you're just like, okay. So
they meet on the internet. All of the Koreans just want to date because, you know, those girls are foreigners and all of my friends are, and all of the Koreans for some reason think that Russians are. That's not really nice. That's not really true. But most of
oh, the Russian thing, oh my goodness, in Korea. Because like if sometimes even when I had, female friends back in the days, I would always ask them, so did they ask you if you're Russian? She goes, yeah. What? Yeah, because that's like the mentality of some of these Koreans are like, yeah, Russian girls, and not all of them are that way, but they're like, yeah, I can get with a Russian girl. And I was like, no, it's crazy. Like, yeah, they've been asked that question a lot. And I'm just like, yep. So there you go.
them on the first couple hours of chatting suggest having. That's weird.
What is your craziest story dating here in Korea?
I met the guy and he was all the time repeating to call him Oppa on his ears. Like he want me. Yeah, he was like, oh, can you call me Oppa? This was the whole date. Everything I say, he was like, yeah, but can you call me Oppa? Can you say it again, but call me Oppa?
No.
And how was your first date?
Actually, we were wearing masks at that time. And he was from far. He called me. He could see me, but he called me and said, I don't know if you know, but you can take off your mask in Korea. I think he just wanted to see my face before.
It's probably not super crazy, but it is a bit weird for us is when we meet a Korean guy and they are like super focused on the foreign girl. So they say like Korean girls are terrible. We only want a foreigner.
Do you have any experience that you want to talk about, like a crazy date?
Well, he was just really awkward and weird, and he was much older than I thought. When he wanted to ask me whether I am a and I want to sleep with him, he asked, I am literally citating, do you usually have intercourse?
How old are we talking about?
I'm 20, so he was like 30, and that's old for me.
Do you think Korean guys treat you different because you're a foreigner?
yes, of course.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, they just think I'm easy. They see in those Hollywood movies that white girls just go to have after like first meeting or something, and they think every white girl is like that.
But do you think they also treat Korean women like that?
I think they're really respectful with Korean women, but that's really weird. That's what I see on dramas, and that's what I see on my campus at university. They've been really respectful with Korean girls. I'm not sure. Do I look like?
It's not that. Sometimes, just like in every society, even if you say they're respectful, they're kind of afraid of maybe those Korean girls will call them out on stuff where they think, okay, there's a foreign girl, I'm gonna get with her. And of course, the mentality sometimes is like, yeah, it's like Hollywood, it's easy. oh, they'll go and sleep with you, but it's not the truth, So yeah, and it's like, oh, but it's amazing, sometimes the mentality here at times, but not all. Okay.
Shit. You do not.
Thanks.
People say that Koreans will date a foreigner but not marry. What do you think about that?
What do you think about it?
I think that's the people who I talked to before. They are like only looking for foreigners to have fun because they are kind of sick of Korean girls.
Would you say it's different dating American girl and a Korean girl?
Yeah, totally. I've dated a few American girls, and I would say men are definitely the pursuers. Whereas if you're like a foreigner in Korean girls have this thing called hunting, where they like go out on the street and they like contacts of like foreigners and stuff. Because dating foreigners, I think, is like very popular here. At least that's how it's described to me. So it's like a very different dynamic. Whereas like in America, you feel, I don't want to say powerless, but like you definitely feel like you're in a disadvantage. Here, I think especially for foreigners, you're an advantage. So
Do you think you have foreigner privilege here in Korea?
No.
yeah, definitely, especially as an American.
Do you think you have pretty privilege?
It depends on the characteristics. In America, I think a lot of right now that's like popular is like gym bro culture. But here in Korea, it's more about like actually being skinny, and if you're really tall, or like paler skin, because like that's sort of the Korean beauty standard as well. A lot of times you go in the
Yes and no, because yeah, they're pursuing you because remember, you're tall, you're 6 feet, you're the ideal guy. So you gotta. So I think your opinion is gonna vary different than a lot of the other guys because yeah, look how tall you are. You're pretty tall up there, and of course, 3 to 5% in Korea is 6 feet and above. So. Yeah. So
clubs, and Korean girls will come up to me and such. And I think it has to do with the fact that I'm like tall and like broad shouldered and stuff, because I think that is like the Korean beauty standard.
So what would be your advice for the people watching us before dating any Korean men?
Don't get attached too easily, definitely. Don't trust them after a short time.
What advice would you give to people who want to date Koreans?
I think first you shouldn't want to date a Korean. You should want to date, be open to meet people. Because I feel like if you are specifically looking for nationality or something, it's already weird. I don't think this is a good thing. Maybe you should think well about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I would say same thing.
okay, so there you go, and yeah, so shout out to mojiverse, but yeah, it differs. So you could pretty much still as a foreigner, but yeah, I've heard all this story, so it is what it is. Sorry guys, I need to shut this down, but yeah. All right, if any of you enjoyed any of this content, please give me the HKO special. Help the king out. Hit the like, subscribe, and comment. And wherever you are, stay safe, and I'll see you at my next